poverty in Oklahoma is a little over 13%. That's sixth place in the U.S. So you're telling me the best thing you can do with over $3 million is to spend it on Bibles? I mean, the Jesus said, man doesn't live on bread alone, but damn. So trust me when I say this, okay? I don't mean any disrespect to Christians in America and all over the world, okay? Because trust me, I'm a born again Christian since 09. You know what I'm saying? Born again, tongue speaking, Bible based from Genesis to Revelations type of Christian. I used to be a youth pastor. I did Christian rap for a nice chunk of my life. So trust me when I say this. I mean, no disrespect. I'm just trying to be honest with the situation that lands before us. Christians today are some of the most naive people you can trick. Okay? Just like how people say the Democrats kind of own the black vote and they're not really giving them anything. Like that's a valid conversation that we can have. Trust me, I already had that conversation. But when it comes to Christians and the Republican Party, they own the Christian vote. You know what I'm saying? And especially with the story that we're going to be talking about now, a lot of conservatives, that word means something. They want to complain about government spending on food assistance or immigration, assisting immigrants transitioning into this country, public schools. Like, I've seen a lot of conservatives complain about just large government spending. But why in the hell is Oklahoma planning on buying 55,000, yes, that's right, 55,000 Trump Bibles, which is going to cost a little over $3 million of government money? Once again, the word conservative is thrown out the window when it's anything that has to do with what they want and anything that's quote unquote Christian. You know what I'm saying? And it's, oh man. Okay. All right, man. Let me just slow down just a little bit. Let me go ahead, pull up the video, and we're gonna have this conversation. I should have had this ready. All right, here we go.
If I pay $90 for a Bible, I'm going to heaven, like, off the top.
Or if it's Donald Trump's Bible, you might go somewhere else.
Okay. I mean, look, a regular Bible sets you back $5, $10, maybe 20.
$3 actually on Amazon. You can get it for $3 on Amazon.
Let's just start with the very beginning of this, which was this Oklahoma decision to have to mandate Bibles in school. Oklahoma students are struggling so much with math and reading and writing right now, as are lots of students across the United States, because of being left behind, because of the pandemic and limited resources in education at this point. The idea that we are now mandating the Bible be taught in school, darn the separation of church and state. And I am a Republican.
Hey, trust me, we gonna get into that. Trust me.
And I own a Bible. Yeah. I can tell you, this is not going on the right track. When I first heard this, I thought, okay, he's trying to make a move to get this to the Supreme Court, right? He's going to try and litigate this and make this a big case. But now that I'm seeing this Bible play on it, not only did I not like it in the first place, because if we're not teaching our students how to be competitive in the global economy, we are not serving our students at all. And that can also mean STEM, it can mean career technical training, it can mean any number of things. But the Bible's on top of it. I don't like any of it. Teach kids what they need to know to succeed in America.
And also
all right. And I believe she's a Republican, and it's okay to say what Trump is doing is pretty stupid. And like I say, I own, I think, over 30 Bibles, okay? I done bought expensive Bibles, $100 Bibles, okay? Beautiful gold trimming and everything. Trust me, I had a period of my life where I would just buy Bibles, okay? So I understand that. But when it comes to forcing kids to read a Bible, okay, and trust me, we're gonna get into the separation of church and state and kind of break that down for you guys like a fraction. But like she said, let's go over some stats. Poverty in Oklahoma is a little over 13%. That's sixth place in the U.S. So you're telling me the best thing you can do with over $3 million is to spend it on Bibles? I mean, the Jesus said, man doesn't live on bread alone, but damn, can we feed people spiritually and feed them physically? Like $3 million, and you got people hungry. 24% of the roads are deemed poor. I mean, I'm no expert when it comes to road replenishment, but $3 million, I can assume could go a long way into restructuring roads. 10% of bridges are structurally deficient. I don't want to be that guy on a bridge and that sucker collapse because you want to spend over $3 million. Come on, man. What's going on, man?
And also don't try. I mean, I think the part of it where it's been amazing. I mean, it's the shoes, it's the Bibles. Yeah. He's got $100,000 watches. I mean, I've never seen a presidential candidate, let alone a former president, doing this kind of thing where essentially it's just.
But, I mean, are we talking about him making this is his livelihood? No. This is a president
in the midst of him running for president.
This is a president who gave up his salary. He gave up his $400,000 salary and he gave it to charity.
Yeah, that's cool.
So he's not doing this for $5, $6.
Oh yeah, because Trump don't do nothing for money. You're right. No, he just want to give it all away. He's Andrew
Carnegie.
You're right. No, but look, here's what I'm saying.
I mean, it's $60.
We're not talking enough about the fact that, and I don't know what cut Trump gets from these things. I don't know how much Lee Greenwood gets, right? I know this. This is money going from the state to him in some form or fashion. We can't just roll our eyes and shrug that off. That is crazy to stop.
And like I said, I would understand if he set up, websites saying, hey, which he probably has, I wouldn't doubt it, saying, hey, buy my Bibles, $60, $80, $100, $1,000. People are naive to buy it. Go ahead, do what you want with your personal earned money. Ain't got no problem with it. But once it starts becoming the state having to fit that bill, and you want to cry about food assistance, people getting food assistance, kids being able to eat for free for breakfast and lunch, are you kidding me? And you want to cry about government poorly spending money, but you are okay with this? Man, like I said, some of these Christians are the most naive people. Just because someone mentions God or Jesus or Christian or holds up a Bible, they just suck it up. Like they don't do no critical thinking. They don't try to observe and discern that person's and that person's motives behind it. No. Oh, Trump is selling the Bible that has the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, which I'm pretty sure he hasn't heard. And you think, oh man, people.
I think we're setting the stage here that he's doing this money for him. We don't know that, but yet we're insinuating that it's money.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Do you really think that President Trump needs money from a Bible for him?
Then let the other Bibles in.
I mean,
wait, I guess
that's not President Trump's choice. That's the state.
Hang on.
That's the state. My God, man. People are so like, just because you have a lot of money doesn't mean you don't want more money. What individual, which I'm pretty sure there's one or two people out there. I don't want to act like I know every single human being on this earth. But when do you have enough money? If you gave me $100,000 right now, I would still work to try to get more money. And look at Elon Musk. I think he's still number one when it comes to wealth. And I'm pretty sure he still wants more money. Like the whole notion of, hey, Donald Trump, he's not doing this for himself because he already has a lot of. Really? In one of his websites where he's selling his trading cards, if you go down to the bottom, and I should have clipped it. Hopefully I can remember to clip it somewhere on here. He has a disclaimer at the bottom saying none of these funds that he's receiving, and I'm paraphrasing here, is for political campaign purposes. It is not for that. So he's letting people know, hey, this is my money you're giving me. This has nothing to do with he's giving it to charity or this is for his campaign finances. It's for him. So if he loses, guess what? He already done made money hand over fist. So, I mean, hey, it's a win-win for Trump.
The education department from the state of Oklahoma.
If Trump didn't need the money, then why does he bother to hawk all of these things? I think you're right.
Well, I mean,
I think you're right. Trump is extrememely wealthy. He has a lot of money.
Yes.
But he is selling shoes.
That's what he did over there with the hurricane.
And watches
on GoFundMe,
and
$6 million.
If I can play
GoFundMe,
devil's
other
advocate here, the man also sells
He's raising
steak
it.
and
He's raising it.
wine.
Hold on, you can't say he's so rich and then say he raised money on the GoFundMe.
We don't know how much
to show
he's
me how
given
rich
Bomani,
he
but I'm
is.
sure he's given money. We don't know that.
But let's remember
just
two
real
things.
quick.
Let's
Like,
remember
to
two
be
things.
devil's
He
advocate
also-
here,
Hold on,
though.
Maria. Let me let Aaron finish
to
because she was
be
trying
clear,
to.
this is not the only thing Donald Trump sells. He has been a businessman. It has been wine and champagne and steaks and hats and shirts and bath bombs and soaps. This is not new for Donald Trump. So while this might be different.
So that sounds like it's someone who is a born opportunist. Like that's what he does. He grifts on whatever is going to please people visually, through hearing. Like that's how he succeeds in life, which once again, I had no business with it. If that's what you do and people are buying your products, which, if you look at his university he tried, people, said it was a scam. So, I mean, like, if people want to give their money to him, all right. But my issue is when it comes to federal money fitting the bill, then we have to have that conversation.
Because he is a former president, if you put it in the more totality of who Donald Trump is, a person, as a businessman, you can at least give it a little bit more.
Don't you think
sense.
he should at least pause it while he's running for president?
Yeah.
Listen, I've never seen a candidate sell and do this in this fashion before, but Donald Trump does plenty of things I've seen.
It's incredibly unseemly because this is money, this is taxpayer money.
Yes.
And to your point, Aaron, the state superintendent is in trouble because he has not gotten inhalers to the children in Oklahoma that suffer from asthma, and instead he's now going to spend this money on $60 Bibles for Donald Trump.
See,
that's insidious.
Maria, we're talking
Do you
about
think that's good
Bibles in
government?
Oklahoma. We're talking about Bibles in
Do you
Oklahoma.
think that's good government?
That people can't even feed their families
Do you
at
think
home.
that's
Let's
good
talk about
government?
jobs.
Do you
Let's-
think that's good?
Bro, that's the point. Are you hearing yourself talk? That's literally the point of the conversation. Yes, people can't even feed their families, but the government in that state is deciding to spend $3 million, over $3 million. I think it's $3,300,000 and some change on Bibles, on Trump Bibles. Okay, on Trump Bibles. Your kids are gonna come home from school and they're gonna be hungry, and they're gonna just drop a big old thick leather Bible on the table and say, "I'm hungry." Like, it's not rocket science, and you don't have to abandon your political party to say, "Hey, damn it, that's a bad idea. Maybe we shouldn't do that." All right, Trump, that's crossing the line. I'm still vote for you, but that's crossing the line. Like, why are people so reluctant to not even just admit the small failures? But no, they're just so gun-ho on like not looking like an idiot while literally looking like an idiot.
Good government.
I actually
That's
think,
not my. That's
Abel,
Oklahoma.
That's a great point.
That's Oklahoma.
That's a great point. People are struggling.
They're
in this
struggling.
Country. Shouldn't the government be spending?
And we're talking about $5,
shouldn't-
$40 Bibles.
Yeah. Shouldn't the government be spending its money on
But that's
helping
not
those
us,
people?
Abby.
And
That's
on
the state of
inhalers?
Oklahoma.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
That's the state of
But
Oklahoma.
you used to be a state legislator.
Yes.
So can you answer that
I
question?
mean, as a state legislator in California, that would never happen. But in Oklahoma, it's a whole different state. That's just the way it
Because
is,
it's
Maria.
Trump, it's okay.
No.
Essentially, is what you're saying.
Are you kidding
That's
me?
what you're saying.
This guy,
Anything that
President
Trump does,
got
you can
$400,000
excuse.
a year. He donated, and you think he's worried about making a little bit of money on the
Even
Bible?
if it's not him, all I'm going to say is no Republicans ever going to balance the budget buying $60 Bible.
Right.
That's what y'all be
It's
talking
bad.
about.
Let's talk about jobs. Let's talk about.
Insidious government.
Balance the
Bad
budget.
government.
It's like we're back in the Paul Ryan era of politics.
All right,
I don't
Roy.
understand. Like, if Trump has a right to sell the Bibles, fine, sell the Bibles. But don't tell me that this is a good idea by the state to do. And if you're going to do it, then buy the $5 Bible, buy the used Bible, go to the Motel 6, steal Bibles out the drawers. Nobody steal the Bibles. Nobody uses those
stealing
Bibles.
of the
Okay.
Bible.
No, but I think
Ask the hotel if you can borrow the Bible and don't bring it.
No, but I think but I think the point we need to make here is that we're leaving the impression that it's the Trump Bible and he's making money off the Bible and it's all he's. It's not that.
Then what
It has
is
zero
the Trump
with
Bible?
that.
What is it?
All right, man. All right, I'm done of the pointless back and forth. Like I said, and let me state this again because I know there's going to be some idiots in my comment section being all emotional saying, why can't Trump just make some money? Like, that's not the problem. The problem is Oklahoma, their government is spending taxpayer money for these Bibles. Now, let's get into some church and state, all right? And once again, like, just brushing up on these conversations will kind of enlighten you, all right? So I'm just going to read this real quick, and I just got a notification. Someone saying Trump for president 2024. That's hilarious. Separation of church and state, plain and simple, means that the government and religious institutions are kept separate and do not interfere with each other. This principle ensures that one, government does not have or does not favor or endorse any religion. And two, religious institutions do not control government policies or decisions. Wow. That sounds so familiar. Like, that sounds like one of our Constitution rights. I mean, let's read some more. The idea is to protect individual religious freedoms and prevent the government from imposing any specific religion on its citizens. Why does it feel like Republicans are constantly doing that? I don't know. Let's read some more. This concept is based on the First Amendment? What? So you're saying the First Amendment that Republicans are always crying about, they're literally breaking themselves. Like literally breaking themselves, but simultaneously crying that Democrats are impeding on their First Amendment. So brain breaking information, which prohibits laws that establish a national religion or limit people's right to practice their faith freely. Can you imagine if one of these states had like a congressman that's Muslim or Indian or whatever, and they're forcing their constituents to like believe what they believe. Like a Muslim is leader is like putting Qurans in every single school and making it mandatory to read. Man, I guarantee you, America will drop an atom bomb on itself. They would say, hey, no Sharia law, and just like nuke themselves just to protect themselves from that. But all of a sudden, when it's their religion, they're okay with breaking the First Amendment. Kind of weird, right? Like the hypocrisy is like in your face, but yet it's all good in the hood, right? Oh man, people are crazy, crazy, crazy. But once again, if you disagree with anything that I said in this video, don't be shy. Hit me up in the Discord and let's talk. Or let me know how you're feeling about anything that I said in this video in the comments down below. And like always, let's have that conversation.